What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Today we're going to be talking about what I would do personally if I had to lose 40 pounds of fat and I wanted to get it done properly. This is exactly what I would do. So in this video, I'm going to talk about all the steps. I'll talk about all the actions I would take, all the mindset shifts. I'll talk about everything that I would do if I had to lose 40 pounds. The very first thing I would do, above everything else, is find out my maintenance calories. So if you want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit, meaning you have to eat less calories than your body needs to maintain itself. So the first step is finding that maintenance level. Go on the internet, search up the TDEE calculator, and you can just type in your age, your height, your weight, and activity level, and it will tell you what your maintenance calories are, whether it's 2,200, 2,400, whatever it is. It will always be different for everyone. Once you have that maintenance calorie level, then eat 300 to 500 calories below that every single day and start tracking with MyFitnessPal. It's like the very best way to start because now you have the right amount of energy, the right amount of calories going into your body every day. And if you are in this deficit, you will be losing weight every day. So that's what I would do first of all. I'd find out my maintenance calorie level, eat 300 to 500 calories below that. That's the very first step. Next step is I would get used to tracking. So I'd start tracking on MyFitnessPal. I would understand, okay, this meal has this many calories and this much protein. I'd be tracking it on my phone and I'd really quickly understand, okay, these foods are high in calories, these foods are low in calories. I'm going to have the low calorie foods. I'm going to avoid this food, this food, this food, or I'm at least going to be aware of it. And every day I would just track stuff. I would track my nutrition, I would track my water intake, I would track my workouts, I would track my body weights, I would track my energy levels, I would track my sleep, I would track all these things. And it sounds like a lot, but you could do it in a couple minutes at the end of every day. So far, we've handled the nutrition side of things. We sorted out the calories, the calorie goal. We started tracking this every day, logging the foods. We've started tracking everything else to do with fitness, and this is going to give us a great start because when you track everything, you know exactly what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and it gives you so much awareness. So those are the first things I would do. Start tracking. The next things are kind of workout related. So first of all, I would train like 3 or 4 days a week. Whatever I'm able to stick to and be consistent with is how long I would train. So if I was super busy and I could train 3 days a week for 30 minutes each, that's what I'm going to stick to. I wouldn't try and overdo it. I wouldn't try to do 6 workouts a week. I wouldn't try to overdo it and make it unsustainable or unrealistic. I'd find something that I could stick to, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I'll just stick to that. On top of that, I'd make sure I'm getting enough protein because look, as we're losing the weight, we don't want to just lose 40 pounds of anything. We want to lose 40 pounds of fat and maintain our muscle and maintain everything else. For that to happen, you have to be eating high protein meals. So aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight you want to be. So let's say I was 220 pounds and I wanted to be 180 pounds. I would aim for 180 grams of protein every day because that's the goal weight in grams. You get the point. So that's what I would do next. Also for the workouts, since we're going to be losing fat and maintaining muscle, we also have to be maintaining our strength in the gym. So that means for every workout, I'm going to be pushing myself hard, pushing myself to failure, because as I'll be losing weight, I want to make sure my body has a reason to maintain the muscle. And the only way to give your muscles a reason to maintain themselves is by pushing them hard, training hard in the gym to tell your muscles, look, we need you, we're training hard, we need this muscle. So that's the next thing I would do. Make sure my workouts are intense, of course with correct form, and a workout plan that makes sense for me. So I'd focus more on compound movements. I would focus less on isolation stuff like bicep curls and tricep extensions. I'd focus more on compound movements like bench press. I would focus more on rows. I'd focus more on lat pull downs. I'd focus on these bigger movements because those have more of an effect than just bicep curls. I see so many times people come into the gym and I can tell they're kind of a beginner. They come in, they do bicep curls for a few minutes and they leave. Bicep curls are not going to do anything for you. You have to be doing these big compound movements. And if I'm really low on time, what I would do is, let's say for my push day, I would do some bench press for my chest. I would do shoulder press for my shoulders. I would do some close grip bench press for my triceps and chest. Yeah, these main exercises. And don't worry about the small exercises, the isolation exercises. So that's what I do workout related. And, over a long enough period of time, from tracking my weights in the gym, how much weight I'm pushing, to tracking my nutrition, to tracking my body weights, all these things are going to guarantee that I am losing body fat and I'm maintaining and building muscle. This is what I would do so far. Now, the next part of losing weight, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of, is cardio. And cardio wouldn't be my main focus at all. I would not try prioritize cardio when I get to the gym. I'm not going to be on the treadmill for an hour at a time. What I would be doing though is trying to incorporate more steps into my daily life. So I'd be trying to incorporate more walking instead of walking up the stairs instead of using the elevator. If my work is nearby, I would walk to work, taking a rest, or if I'm taking a break, or if I'm doing a phone call, I would try walking that time instead of doing it laying down. If I really wanted to get serious about walking, try to get a little bit more steps, I might get a little home treadmill, the little ones which are $300 or so. and you can just put it in front of the TV and just watch TV as you do walking. It depends how far you really want to take it. If I was really serious about getting steps in, I could even get a standing desk and have that little treadmill under it and do steps while I'm doing my work in my office. Let's keep it pretty simple. What I would do is, realistically speaking, is I would just try to get a little bit more steps in, aiming for like 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And if you just intentionally try to walk a little bit more in your daily life, you will hit this goal. So you don't have to be running marathons or swimming 400 laps a day to do enough cardio. If your focus is on nutrition and you're eating less calories and you're training hard, that's already an amazing start. Cardio is going to add a little bit more fuel to the fire. It's going to be great for your heart. It's going to be great for your overall body, right? So do some cardio, but it wouldn't be my priority. The next point I want to mention is, if I was trying to lose 40 pounds of fat, is I would expect plateaus. I'd be waiting for them. I'd be doing everything right, but whenever a plateau does hit, when my body weight stays the same, my strength stays the same, or maybe my strength goes down, if I'm not making as much progress as I initially did, I would expect this. And I would look back at my tracking, look back at all this information and be like, all right, cool. I was eating this many calories before, and now I should be eating a little bit less. I would be maybe doing a little bit more cardio, or maybe switching up my workouts a little bit. I would adjust certain things in my workout plan to guarantee that I keep seeing progress. Because what you're doing right now at the start of your fitness journey for losing 40 pounds is not the same thing you're going to be doing when you have 20 pounds left to lose. You'll be eating a little bit less calories then, your body would have changed. These things are really good to keep in mind. So whenever there's a plateau, I'd be aware of it, and I would work backwards, look at my tracking and see what to change. And finally, the last and most important thing is I'd get the right guidance, because this is what I did for my fitness journey. Even though my goal wasn't to lose 40 pounds, I got the right guidance. I knew exactly what to do for workouts, knew exactly what to do for my training, for my nutrition, for my mindset, for my habits, for my lifestyle changes, all because I got the right guidance. Whereas if you're trying to figure this out all by yourself, there's a lot of research to do, there's a lot of things to test, a lot of things to figure out. And the best thing you could possibly do is get the right guidance and have the right plan made for you. And along with having the right plan, it's a matter of, all the feedback, all the information you're going to get, someone you can ask questions to, someone who understands your situation, understands, what you can and cannot really be doing, and what would be best for you, what wouldn't be best for you. And I would get the right guidance straight away. And if you guys want help with this, if you want the right guidance, I've coached over 450 people in similar situations. So if you want the right guidance, comment down below or DM me personally with the first link in the description. I'm happy to help you out. I'll find out all about your situation, see exactly what we should be doing, how I can help, and how we can make it work as good as possible and as quick as possible. So if you want my personal help with this, DM me or comment down below. I'll reach out to you and we'll see how we can go from there. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.